Hey, what's good, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, great. Yeah, so let's see what's going to happen. I'm very interested in Nasdaq. Let's see, Nasdaq, S&P 500. I want to see you. I don't know if you saw the video I just posted on the group. I was saying, guys, I wanna wait. That was definitely a nice buy right there. And on Weissman, he he did this buy, but look at what's happening right now. That's what I wanted to see, because this is just the momentum at the moment. He caught that one. That's a nice, beautiful catch right there. It's a nice scalp right there when he sent this picture. So good, really good for you, man. Like Weissman, if you're watching this, you're killing it, man. Good. And that's what I want to see. I want you guys to start making your own decisions. That was a definitely 1-2 step simple buy right there. And that bullish engulfing candle, stop below TP122. That's it. Now, because I didn't want it to get in onto the buys just yet, because of what I'm seeing, and I want to see right now. I want to see S&P 500 rejecting that 4,400 level. I want to see it. And again, let's go ahead from this point. Okay, I already got into a sell, by the way. I got into a sell on S&P 500 and Nasdaq, but very small. I'm paying to watch right now. Paying to watch, so don't get excited. So paying to watch at the moment. It just entered somewhere around here. That's something I should not do. I should wait, right? But I'm paying to watch. I'm just entering with a small lot size right there. I want to see, you see what the market did here. A bunch of rejection. 1, 2, 3 big ass rejections right here on the 4,400 level. This is a psychological level right now. So what are you seeing here? You're seeing a massive push, breaking this very strong structure that's been touched multiple times. And now it's coming back for a retest. I want to see how the market is going to react there. I'm not going to go into a buy right here just because I'm seeing a nice formation. It would have been a nice buy also here. I'm not going to lie. This is definitely is just breakout of the structure. If you wanted to get in on that bullish engulfing, that's a 1-2 step basically entry. That would have been a really nice entry right there. Really nice if you caught that one too as well. At least 1 to 2, quick scalp to take advantage of the volatility. But I still didn't want it to get in. I'm waiting. I like because my bias, my direction right now is still bearish, and I know I'm below this psychological level. I know this is a very strong resistance, so that's why I didn't want it to get into a sell. I'm sorry, a buy. So I'm waiting to see a rejection. I want to see, as I mentioned, this 1 hour candle. I want to see how this is going to close and the next 1 hour. I want to see the next 1 hour candle also, how it's going to react. If I see that thing closes bearish engulfing candle, you bet I'm going in on that one, much stronger. But at the moment, as I mentioned, I just made 2 little sales on Nasdaq and S&P 500, and that rejection because the market is okay. Price is breaking the structure, right? It broke the previous structure right here, pulling back, consolidation. It's a little consolidation right here, but still rejecting that zone, then breaking that structure very strong to the downside, pulling back. Now I'm waiting for that next leg. I want to see how the market is going to react in there. Oh, hold on. I want to see how the market is going to react in that zone in order to jump into a nice sale right there, because that's what I'm looking at the moment since I'm bearish on Nasdaq. Nice right there. US 30 was the one skyrocketing immediately, but now look at the size of that rejection. That's what's happening right now. Let's see if that is just a fake out to the upside. And for those who are looking for sales, I still want to see how this is going to close. Well, about 16 seconds. This 1 hour candle will close, but a lot of rejection into this area as well. Okay, support, resistance, so on. So let's see if the next 1 hour candle will now just continue dropping. I think it's going to continue dropping. After seeing all these rejections, I like this week's rejections, big, strong week's rejections to the upside. Now look at this 1 hour strong rejection to the upside. So I think we're going to continue dropping. Let's see the Fibonacci. Beautiful right there. Yeah, let's go, baby. This is crashing now. Hold on. Yeah, look at that. Look at that immediate rejection to that 4,400 level. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm being a little bit more patient and waiting for that rejection. It's very tempting. Hold on. It's very tempting to jump in. I think I'm gonna make another entry. Hold on. Yeah, another small entry. You know, a little bigger than the other one. Yeah, I don't want to get too excited because this thing, the first 1 to 2 hours, when the New York Stock Exchange opens, tends to go crazy a little bit. So be careful. Oh, hold on, what did I do? I messed it up here. Hang on. It tends to get crazy, a little crazy, and so you can look for your stop loss, stop you out, or so. I'm just going to wait a little bit more. I just made another a small entry right there on S&P 500. I want to see that rejection. I want to see the next 1 hour candle close, right? That one, this 1 hour candle, it closed like that already. So I like the rejection. Let's see how this candle is going to react. Depending on how this candle is going to close, I could either add more sales, or maybe if it's going to continue pushing up, maybe I will just, it will most likely stop me out right here on the small entry that I just made, okay? So be careful. Be careful with that. Don't get too excited just because I'm telling you this, guys. Just be careful, okay? I want you guys to understand the price action, and at some point start actually making your own decision. And I hope it makes sense. It's very simple. Right now, what's happening, as I mentioned, nice breakout of a structure, breaking the psychological level very strong. Now price is pulling back to retest the previous zone. And what's expected, it's a continuation to the downside. The market maybe, it may not go down right away. The market maybe it will consolidate, for a little bit, and then maybe continuation to the downside, or who knows, it could even break to the upside and retest and then continuation like that. It's very possible too. So the scenario, we're not going to catch them all. We're not going to win them all. I want you to understand that. But as long as you're following right now, I'm following the direction. So it's going to the downside, I'm going to the downside. If it starts breaking the structure to the upside, then I'm switching most likely my mindset, and then I'm going to be looking for buys. I will just follow whatever direction is going to go. If I lose this sale for any reason, let it be. I lost it. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to cry because I lose one trade. It's part of the game, right? And we have to accept it. And so looking right now to see if the market will continue to the downside. I did getting into a sell. I put that stop loss at around 44.15. At 44.15, hold on. 44.50. My stop loss is right there with the small entry. Maybe I will get stopped out, maybe. And I'm aiming 1 to 3 risk to reward on this one, even though I know that if the market rejects this level right here, I know this baby is going to reach the 4,300 soon. So let's see. Anyways, I want to wait a little bit more before I actually get any stronger. As I mentioned, I want to wait maybe for another hour. I want to see this 1 hour candle close. If it closes like that, if it breaks to the upside, then okay, maybe I will let it run, maybe to hit the stop loss and stop me out on this small entry. Or I will still wait. Even if I get stopped out right here, I will still wait to see maybe if this is some type of fake out to the upside. The price will maybe stop me out, and then we'll start doing this, actually going the direction I want. It's also possible. So all the possibilities there, watching closely. Let's see US 30, what's happening right now. Yeah, you see the size of the rejection, golden zone right now. Rejecting, also rejecting the support. I'm sorry, the support slash resistance. This flag, it was not a valid flag at this point, but the direction is possible. It's still to the downside, most likely. Okay, very likely for the market to continue maybe doing this. It's likely, it's very likely. We got to watch the stocks as well. Let's take a look at Apple right now and Tesla to see how they're doing on a 1 hour. So a lot of indecision right here. Four candles with a lot of indecision at that point. So a lot of indecision. Let's see Tesla. Tesla is kind of consolidating in this area. Right, not doing much. If it breaks to the downside, most likely will continue dropping. Let's see Microsoft. It's important to, from time to time, just keep an eye. You see the stocks are actually dropping, are also breaking the structures to the downside. Consolidation right here, breakout of a structure. Right here, breakout of a structure. It's coming to a next level right here. So maybe this is a zone, you know, so simple price action right there. Amazon is trying to push up a little bit. We have some type of zone right here. So it's rejecting that area. Maybe it's going to start, look at that. Looks like a bullish flag right there. Let's see if it's going to start pushing up. Facebook is pushing up strong. Google also pushing up. That's why Nasdaq did pushed up today. So yeah, Google, Nvidia pushing up also. So let's see what's going to happen if at the end of the day we're going to have that rejection in here in this area, or even reaching the 14,000. Okay, on Nasdaq, if you're interested on Nasdaq, so I get that push, retesting, most likely 14,000 level, and then continuation to the downside. I want to see that. S&P 500. I want to see that rejection. Let's see what's going to happen right there. Let's jump in on US study as well. Yeah, still it's going down, starting to come back down. Everything that pushed up, you see, everything that pushed up with the New York Stock Exchange now is retracing back. So it's just a momentum, right? So if you guys want to catch that momentum, you know, for the first time, it got to be quick. It definitely has to be quick, like Wiseman did that nice buy right there. It was just one single candle, you know, and just a few pips right there, aiming to that target right there. Nice level. This was definitely a beautiful setup. Very, very happy with that setup, Wiseman. And I hope you feel proud for that, man. So that's what I want you guys to do. You have any questions, any doubts, something you want to add, maybe something you're watching, you're seeing, you're expecting something there?
Yeah, maybe I could add something. Ed, hi, it's Ravi here.
Sure, man.
Hi. Hi guys. Just a quick one. I think for me on NAS, I think what's critical is if you look at it from on the fib level, it's pushing up to the 38.2. It could either reject from there, or the 14,000 level is actually a 50% level. So it's very sweet in the golden zone. So I did catch that quick push to the upside because I knew it was going to go and try to retest. So, you know, you catch it to a 20 or 30 pips at
Right.
the market open. But I think the bias is either the rejection at the 38.2 or the 50%.
Yeah.
As I said, and if you go to the 50%, that's 14,000.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the zone. For me, that's what I'm watching very carefully at the moment.
Totally, man. Totally. Yeah, you're on point right there. It's
And I
important.
just want to say one more thing. Sorry, Ed.
Sure.
Is that just for the other guys? I think you know, you coming on a live around this time is really helpful to all of us. It just helps, you know, in terms of the psychology of what's happening at the market at this time, and the guidance of just settling. It actually just settles everyone down, because you know, you want to jump into trades, you want to jump out of trades, you wanna you lose a few, you win a few. It all gets a bit untidy at this time. So I don't know if it's something that we can maintain, but just coming into coming on a call for say 10 or 15 minutes
Yeah,
and just elaborating on the thinking is a lot of value add. I don't know how the other guys think what the other guys think about that, but if we
yeah.
can keep this up, it's very helpful.
Totally,
Thanks.
man. Totally, totally. I will try to do it. I kind of like it. I'm starting to like this thing. It's just that, yeah, sometimes I may not be here, but don't worry. Like I will try my best to show this at least maybe a 20-minute, 30-minute live session. I know that sometimes the market may not move the direction we want while we are live, but at least, yes, at least to work the psychology there, to see the patient. Um, the steps that I'm taking, if I'm waiting for some type of formation, because sometimes I might just not make an entry until I see something. I'm very picky with the entries, so I want to see if the market will start rejecting the area or not. And before I jump in too early, I want to see my trigger. I want to find my entry. I want to really find my trigger right there. So yeah, definitely, man. Like I will try my best to do this um, every single day. I may fail maybe 1 or 2 days uh, uh, throughout the week, but I will definitely let you know. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna start doing this thing more often for you guys. I know you will enjoy it. And recording this type of classes as well, because sometimes also in the afternoon, I might be a little busy, so I might just post this live session directly on YouTube as well, so you guys can check it. And but yeah, no, that's it. That's definitely. We'll continue doing this live sessions. Um, uh, at this point,
Sorry,
okay, yeah.
just a question, Ed, sorry about that. Just on NAS, when would you possibly be looking to take the trade on
On
NAS?
on Nasdaq, I want to see, and most likely we'll start maybe continue pushing up. I already made a sale, and I'm on negative right now. I already made a sale on a small lot size, very small lot size, just paying to watch.
Okay.
And I want to see like my stop loss on Nasdaq is it's above the 14,000 level. So it's like I don't have a stop loss right now because I know that the price could still push, and maybe later on at around like right now it's 10:13. Maybe at
Mhm.
around 1 p.m. or so, the market might actually start falling again, or it might just continue pushing up. But if I don't see, I want to still continue seeing the rejection of the 14,000 level. If that doesn't happen, then I would just leave that one, that sale that I just made, the small sale, and I would just leave that in there and maybe stopping me out. I put it somewhere around this area, like very far away, but literally like not having entries. I put the entry here, but I don't want you guys to do the same, but I made the entry somewhere around here. And because I'm not, uh, I'm very far away. I'm still a little far away from the 14,000. My stop is somewhere around this area. And I know it's very possible that I get stopped out, but I won't keep, like, I'm not going to make another entry unless I start seeing more rejections. I want to see more rejections. And on S&P 500, I did get in a second time, another small entry, and my stop is somewhere around here. I think the stop loss is maybe is a bit short, but yeah, I will definitely accept it. I'm not gonna move this particular stop loss on S&P 500. I won't move it. I will leave it in there. If it stop me out, it stop me out. On Nasdaq is the only one that I made the small entry, and the stop loss is a lot bigger. I want to wait because, as I mentioned, look at the psychological level where it is. We're a little far away. So on this push, the pullback, the golden zone is around this area. So still, the market could reject all this area. It's a big zone.
Yeah. Just a quick one there, Ed. So when at 14,000, when you say you're looking for rejection, so you just probably want to see a couple of what, 15 minutes or 1 hour pins, or what are you looking for at that level?
Yeah, well, to be honest, at this point, since I'm actually following this the 1 hour,
Mhm.
I mean, I could find a 1 hour bearish candle or a 1 hour pin bar or a 1 hour 3 candle reversal in here in this area, and I would jump in on that sale. That's
Okay.
fine. On a 1 hour will be fine. You can also find the entry on a 13 minutes or a 15-minute time frame also, but right now you see it's giving bullish engulfing candles. You see the market is still bullish at this point. So as soon as I start seeing some rejections, yeah, you can start maybe from the 5-minute, 15-minute, you start seeing some small rejections already in that zone. Okay, then you start going 30 minutes, 1 hour to see. But I would most likely get in with on a 1 hour. I want to see a big rejection on a 1 hour, like big bearish engulfing candle or pin bar or 3 candle reversal, and I would jump in much stronger on the sell. But right now, only holding that one. Definitely, I might maybe let's see what's going to happen, but the direction is still bearish. I believe it's just a pullback. We're very low to the 14,000. This is definitely a breakout of the 14,000 psychological level. So expecting that pullback, retesting that zone. Let's see how deep is going to be that pullback. If in fact is going to continue the downside direction, because as I mentioned, the market could just do this and now continue pushing up, very likely as well. If something
Ed, if you pull that trend line close to your
this,
to your zones, to your actual touch the actual candles, you'll start to see that it's there's a bit of confluence there where the 14,000 is where the candle is chasing,
yeah,
where the reversal line is. So you might find a lot of retail traders getting in just because of the psychological level
right.
and the trend line and all sorts of other confluences that come in there. So that's why I'm also very keen at 14,000.
Yeah, it's very attractive. It's very beautiful. It's a beautiful area. A lot of confluences right there. Like you had the pullback, it's reaching the golden zone, it's reaching the psychological level. All you need to wait now is your trigger in order to jump in. But it's a beautiful, beautiful area. But that's a tricky thing because the market makers or the guys who are actually making this thing move, it can make it change. Hold on. Let me right here. The market, because the banks know where we are, where the stop losses are. If you already enter on this one, they know where the stop losses are. So they most likely are gonna try to look for it. The market could just break this thing and just retest that 14,000 level and then just continue pushing up. Not just because we are below the 14,000 means that we'll continue to the downside. I get it. It's a beautiful direction right now. It's a nice formation. The confluences are there for the market to continue going to the downside. But remember, the market is not just always going to do what we want. So we have to be ready for everything and accept that if it miss out, if this doesn't go well, we have to accept it. That thing is not always going to go where we want, but we follow. We try to follow, okay? And waiting for some nice rejection at that point. I want to see a 1 hour 1 hour candle, at least a 1 hour candle rejecting this area. I want to see bearish engulfing, pin bar, or 3 candle reversal to jump in.
Thanks, Ed.
Ready? I'll do, man. Wiseman, is that you? I'm not sure if it's you here. I'm not sure if you can hear me. But anyways, guys, do you wanna ask?
Yes, Ed, I can hear you.
Oh, you hear me now? Wait, man. Yeah, how you doing, man?
Yeah, it's me. Good, man. How are you?
Good. Jesus, I was just seeing your entry right there. You killed it. Beautiful.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
Slowly, we're getting there.
Yeah, I know you will kill this thing. You're getting them. Beautiful, beautiful setup. And
Yeah, thanks, Ed.
1 sec. Let's see where your study is. Yeah, it's kind of struggling right now. So most likely it's gonna get into this consolidation thing or just not playing around. But it's a lot more noise on US 30 right now.
Yeah, and I think I'm waiting now.
Yeah. S&P 500. Let's see if I'm gonna get stopped out on this one. but I know this is a nice level as well. The 4,400 level plus this nice support. Let's see how this thing is gonna close right here, but yeah, I also want to see this thing dropping. US 30, I'm sorry, Nasdaq and S&P 500, they are both getting close to the level. S&P, it's already touching the psychological. Nasdaq, not yet, but it's getting close. So it's kind of similar move. And I would love to see this thing come crashing down. At least to S&P 500 to the 4,300 level. I would love to see that drop there. And on Nasdaq, I want to see, we're very far away from the 13,000, but maybe on the Fibonacci, maybe at least reaching the 27% on the Fibonacci. But that's nice.
Ed, could you just possibly, the one thing I don't think I've picked up from you or any of the classes, could you just possibly give us a hypothetical scenario of if NAS starts to turn in the right direction? How do you actually scale in? Do you scale in on retests, or you scale? How do you actually scale? And what sort of scaling do you do? You start with a certain level of entries, and then you double up, or can you probably just tell us how you do that?
If it starts going the direction we want?
Yes, because normally I know you do scale in when you're very confident about the trade. But what is your scaling strategy? Because a lot of people have different strategies of scaling.
Totally. So let's say the market, I'm gonna try to draw this candle right here. Let's say the market reaches that area with a big candle right there. That's let's say that's a green candle. And now this one will close maybe like this. The next candle will close red. Let me see if I can change the color. What did I do? Yeah, let's say it's a red candle and this is a green candle. Of course, my colors are gold and black, but let's make a quick example here. Right, so let's say this kind of closes like that. I most likely will get in stronger because that's what I want to see. That's the signal I'm looking for, and I will put the stop above, let's say, the wick of this one. I'm gonna place the stop right there, right, and the TP, let's say 1 to 2. If that happens, I would normally pay to watch when the market is reaching an area, right? It's very small entry. And then if the market closes like that, that's my second. So I would enter here maybe with a 0.01 or 0.10, sometimes depending on the size of the account. I would go either 0.01 or just 0.10. And then if it gives me the 3 signals or the 4 confluences that I'm watching, I might enter with a 0.50 or make 2 entries or 0.30. And I would just, as soon as the market starts dropping, go in the direction, I will just close half of that, or maybe partially, maybe not all of it, or maybe partially. I will close here around this area. Now, this is looking green. So right there, about right there, I will be closing half of my entries and then, leaving the other ones open. But that's it. Based on that, now, if I see that the market pulls back, let's see, it starts pushing like that, right? And now it does a pullback, and on that pullback, I see another trigger. I might actually enter again, maybe not as big as this one, but maybe, maybe just a half of that, or maybe another small entry to just follow, because I know I already have my big entry right here. I don't want to make it too big or risk too much at that point. So I would normally do that. If I see a pullback and I see another trigger and the price is touching a previous zone or something like that, that is looking really, really nice, I might re-enter again in another one. So if it pulls back again and it gives me another trigger, then I might be getting again. But I'm normally entering or looking the entries on the pullbacks, Not just because the market is just going on a straight line. I don't like going or making entries like that, because I know that at some point or eventually the market will pull back and I will be facing a drawdown. So I rather enter on the pullbacks after I see a trigger, because I know that the possibilities of going into a drawdown are less. I hate being on drawdowns. So like right now, Nasdaq is pushing up, is touching the 14,000 level. I'm guessing S&P 500. Yeah, I'm about to be stopped out on S&P 500 on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. That's fine. I get stopped out. But yeah, you see, market could actually start reversing. Look at the stocks, how they're looking. Green, pretty much. Let's see, Apple. Apple is pushing up very strong, it's pulling back. Tesla, big push, big rejection on this area. So you see, market could start turning around right now. Nasdaq and S&P 500 could start pushing up. Big push up right there on Amazon, Facebook pushing up, Google starting to push up, starting to reverse. Big push also on Nvidia, PayPal, a little rejection from US 30. Let's see, Disney, a little bit. Intel Corporation is pushing up very strong. American Express and Walmart. American Express, yeah, American Express did push up very strong. So you see, that's why right now is very likely. Let's see how we're gonna have then in this case, this rejection. Let's go 4 hours, 4-hour time frame. Let's wait 2 hours. Yeah, it's about, yeah, right now I'm just gonna wait, not making more entries. If I get stopped out on this one, I will wait, and I want to see the rejection in there. Maybe it was not the day for actually selling. Maybe today it was just buying, just buying positions, and that's it. And then tomorrow the market will actually pull back or will continue to the downside. So that's something we have to understand as well, that not all the time the market will go the direction we want. Even though it's touching that nice zone, it may not be today. Maybe today it's just buys. And maybe it could be doing also pullback. Let's see on S&P. I did not do the Fibonacci. Let's see here. We're also getting inside that golden zone. So let's wait for all the confluences to jump in. Okay, if you want to get into the sell, let's wait for all the confluences. You're entering on the golden zone. That's a fair confluence. Is touching the psychological level, the 4,400, right, which is a nice support resistance. So that's the second confluence. And now waiting for your trigger, that would be your third confluence right there for you to actually jump in on that one. So you see that when you make an entry aggressively, because this is what I did right now, it's an aggressive entry. That was definitely an aggressive entry because what? Why is an aggressive entry? Because I'm just jumping in just because it's reaching the 4,400 level. And I'm not seeing some rejection, at least at this point on a 1 hour, still, I'm not seeing any rejection. If anything, this is still creating, still bullish, still creating bullish momentum. Let's start seeing maybe the RSI, see if there is some divergence. Yes, it's starting to look a little divergence in there on a 5 minute, 15 minute, no. Right here, nope. So you see, it's an early entry, just going with, because the market is just touching the psychological level or the resistance, the support in the past. So you see why it's always good to wait for your confirmation. If the market is dropping, if the market is dropping like that, pulling back, drop, don't go on a sell right away just because it's reaching this previous area. I do it sometimes. I always tell you, I pay to watch because I like entering with just 0.01 lot size. It's just not going to hurt my account. Something I like doing it. But is right here, as I mentioned, entering right away is risky. If you wait for your trigger, it's less risky. If you wait for your third confluence in order to go for that sell, okay? So first confluence is touching that previous support, now could be becoming a resistance, right? That's your first confluence. Second confluence, your Fibonacci. Market is reaching the golden zone on the Fibonacci. That's the second confluence. Now your third confluence and last confluence could be the trigger. You find a bearish engulfing, you know, pin bar, three candle reversal, you know, or any other trigger that you might know, that you might remember, you can use it there. And that's how you jump in. That's how you get in. Maybe you go 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, depending on what you're looking for, right? But the idea for this is to make the entry with the trigger. If you enter right away, the probabilities of being on a drawdown like we're doing right now are higher. Most likely will happen. So it's better to be a little bit more patient, start setting up alerts again all over this area. And once the market starts pulling back or dropping, rejecting that area, you know that you can actually make the entry right there. Let's see, Nasdaq. Let me close this thing. Okay, starting to show rejection there. US 30. US 30 is starting to push up again, but big rejection. Stop in this area. Let's see what's going to happen here. The still very bullish. This is this big momentum. A lot of money was injected into the market right here. The market did push up huge amount of pips, 185 pips in this 15-minute candle, and retrace back. So let's see what rejection is going to have there. But at this point, guys, I'm just paying attention to S&P 500 and Nasdaq. Let's see, 5 minutes. You see, there's still not much. The price is still creating higher highs and lower highs and higher lows. I'm sorry. So unless we start seeing the price now bouncing or failing to create new highs and it will start falling, that's when we can actually jump in. Let's see if we see some type of trend, maybe a small trend. Fibonacci. Where is it here?
Sorry, Ed, maybe could I ask another question?
Sure, man.
This is just random, but have you ever thought about, I know we spoke about the challenge, because I'm actually in a challenge at the moment. Have you ever thought about maybe as one of the value adds is to take the challenge? I know, because a lot of us want to take the challenge. I know a lot of guys want to take the challenge, but you know, being in the challenge psychologically too is it takes a lot out of you. So have you ever thought about possibly taking the challenge and running it through, like in this live sessions, like and you know, because the strategy definitely will get through the challenge. I've been watching it carefully. I mean, your risk management and getting 8% a month or even with an extension is easy with the strategy. But you ever thought of just maybe running the challenge as a parallel thing with the live sessions? I think it would really I think give a lot of us encouragement to take the challenge with you, and maybe just have it run it with the live sessions.
Totally, yes. I have thought about it. I definitely thought about it. The only thing that pretty much since I started with this thing and I heard about these challenges, the FTMO, these accounts, I happened actually to try to get into one once. And I know some of them, they have some type of limitations, like you have to trade like every single day. You need to make an entry every single day. Or you cannot trade on indices. You can only trade in pairs. So, you know, when I was trying to look for this type of things at the beginning, I struggled a lot because the ones that I was signing in, it turned out that, yeah, I didn't research very well. So the ones that I was signing in, it turns out that they are not allowing you to trade indices. Or remember, they have some limitations. You know, every company have their own limitations. So because of that, I was like, you know what, I feel like a waste of time, and I think I just stopped searching for that, didn't continue looking for that. But right now, uh, I don't know, because as I mentioned, I just stopped looking for that. I just didn't want it to waste my time. But yeah, plenty of students have been showing me that they were actually passing the test. Some of them were reaching out to me, yo, man, I did pass the test twice, the demo, the test, the actual test, not the real account, but the test. They passed it twice. And that's good. If he's using actually pairs, I was asking him for what's the name of that company, what's the name of that company, to see if I can actually use it. Because as I mentioned, I just stopped looking. I didn't want it to waste my
Yeah.
time looking for the best company and this and that. And before I actually start recommending something, I have to test it out, because like it's the
Yeah.
same with the brokers. If I have a broker, sometimes they are offering money to me, like they say, oh, if you recommend these people and these people, and the more you bring, the more you're gonna earn. I don't like doing that unless I actually get to know the broker, if I test it out first. And so many brokers have been reaching out to me, asking me to join people, but I'm not gonna just do that. I have to test it out. So yeah, if you have one broker, because as I mentioned, I haven't been looking personally. I just stopped looking because I thought it was a waste of time for me, because I'm already just being profitable with what I'm doing. I'm trading, just relaxed. I feel like maybe by the time I start doing that, I'm gonna feel a little bit of pressure, because it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be feeling. I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling at that point, because I feel like I'm gonna be feeling more pressure, a little bit of more pressure. So yes, the psychological point, and you know there, it might be actually different, and it might force me to make a wrong entry in a day or something. So that's what I got a little scared about, on actually passing the challenge. But yeah, if you have a company that you have tested out, and you want me to check out, I can definitely check it out, and see if it's good, or maybe recommend it to the students, and maybe if we can pass it or go in lab or anything. Definitely do that.
Yeah. No, I'm actually in a challenge. I mean, I've tried a few, but the most legit and the ones that actually, follow through and pay and stuff like that, the only ones that I've found out that are legit at the moment is FTMO and my Forex funds. I think the prop firm one is FTMO, prop firm two is my Forex fund. I don't think I'll actually take a challenge with any other prop firm.
Okay.
And I'm only on the my Forex funds one. I've got 100K challenge, and I'm only trading obviously this strategy. So I'm only trading US 30 and Nasdaq.
Okay.
I don't trade S&P much, but yeah. So the leverage is around 1:1. I think 1:100. And the rules are basic. I mean, you shouldn't be losing more than 5% a day, with a maximum drawdown of 12% on the whole account before you lose the account.
Okay.
So, so it's very much using proper risk management.
Yeah.
If you're really conservative, you won't want to lose more than $500 to $1,000 in a trade in a day. On a $100,000 account. So it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, I mean, when you're keen, maybe we can get on a call, and I can just show you what I'm doing, and if you wanna
Okay.
know more about how good this thing is, or whether you want to explore it yourself, or maybe try it for other students,
Oh, totally, man.
because I had my own account, I mean, $20,000 or $30,000, and then I realized, I mean, you could just leverage the funds, and because it takes a while to take $30,000 to $300,000,
Yeah. Yeah.
so why don't you just, if your strategy is sound, why don't you just, and you're making 8 to 10% a month, why don't you just go and try to get the funds,
Yeah.
and not use your own money? So I think for some of us who don't, we still building that capital, it makes sense to just if you can psychologically maintain your strategy, you should be able to get through it.
That's right. Yeah. So Yeah, let's test it
Yeah.
out. Send me the information, the details for that, and I will definitely check it out and yeah, see what we can do together.
No, it's great. But yeah, but anyway, thanks for the live. I mean, I'm just gonna mute now and let the other guys give you some feedback. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, no, totally, man. No, thanks for asking and for being here. Definitely, man. Let's see. Yeah, at this point, all we have to do, guys, is allow a bit more time. Yeah, markets are pretty much pulling back up, and still within that zone. So I'm gonna leave this one right there. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. But I'm gonna wait for the next movement to see if is it gonna continue pushing up, or maybe who knows if the price breaks and now it starts pulling back and maybe forming a, I don't know, a bullish flag. Then we follow the buys at that point, because now that you're getting on top of the 4,400 level on S&P 500 or on Nasdaq. If Nasdaq then starts breaking that 14,000 level and it starts coming back down again, maybe in a form of a bullish flag, then we can catch the buy. Right, just being very patient at this point. Let's see how it's going to be reacting. Setting alerts, guys. I'm gonna set a bunch of alerts at this point, a bunch of alerts here around this area, a bunch of alerts below here. I recommend you doing that as well, so you guys don't miss the movement. And but that's basically it for this live session. I will send you another video later on if I spot something else, another setup, another analysis, another entry point, if I spot something else, okay? Oh, by the way, let's see how gold, I think gold is dropping. Yeah, gold is dropping also. And remember, this entry is on break even basically since last night. So let's see if the market will touch previous zone, previous area, and then continue pushing up, or what. Gold is dropping because Nasdaq indices are actually pushing up. So gold is kind of correcting a little bit. Also, let's see if there is divergence, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, there is a divergence. Right there. So yeah, let's see how low is that gonna get. But anyways, this is a risk-free trade, as I mentioned, on gold. Let's see what's gonna happen later. If it's gonna retest this area and then continue and reaching the 2K today, who knows? Or maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you like this live session. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I will definitely let you know if I do another live. Most likely will. And just trade. Be careful. Waiting right now. Waiting for the market to start showing rejections in this area to make an entry. Alrighty.
Thanks, Ed. Cheers.
You're
Cheers,
welcome.
everyone.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Good.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye bye.